everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little get ready with me video, chit chatty. We're gonna talk about some topics. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look and hang around with me, then definitely keep on watching. Hi guys, it has been so long since I did like a get ready with me video. It feels like it's just, I don't know. But yeah, let's chat. So to state the obvious, well, first off, I got back from my trip and I feel like I haven't like done a sit down like talking updated video in so long. I have been starting my monthly reset videos again, so if you guys don't know what those are, basically I'll just talk about whatever month it is and I'll go over my goals. Yeah, so in my monthly reset videos, I talk about my goals for the month. I talk about the previous goals that I set for myself for the month before. And then I also talk about like favorites and things that I didn't like. So I touched on some topics in that video, and I feel like those videos are kind of like a nice way to give quick little updates in the moment. But as far as like sitting down and really chatting, I feel like I haven't done that in so long. I feel like I do that sometimes in vlogs, but I feel like I haven't vlogged in, like, I actually have vlogged. I've vlogged like clips of things that I'm doing while I'm out, but I just haven't put all of the clips together because I think I'm still trying to edit the rest of my Korea vlogs. So I think I have maybe 3 more Korea vlogs. I'm not exactly sure yet. I have to go like through all the footage. But Korea was so much fun. I was really sad to leave. When I got back, I felt like I was in like a deep depression. I'm not even gonna lie. I was so depressed when I got back, and I've just been thinking about the next time that, you know, we're gonna go. So it was so much fun. We spent 2 weeks there. And if you guys didn't know, it was actually a gift from my boyfriend. So he got me the gift for my birthday, and it was actually a really big surprise. I knew that I would, you know, go to Korea at some point, but I wasn't exactly sure when. So when he surprised me, I was just like, I was flabbergasted. So we left mid-March. We originally were going to leave in April actually, but we decided to have like another couple go with us. And just with the timing and stuff, we pushed the trip up. I think it was 2 weeks earlier, which was nice because it was nice to have, you know, company while we were there. And we also did like our own thing, obviously, but it was nice to be out like with another couple. And we obviously like, you know, got to know them better and all that stuff. But I do wish that we would have went during the time that we planned because it was kind of cold there. So I felt like I couldn't really dress that cute because the weather was pretty cold. And then literally, I think we only had one really nice day when it was kind of like in the 70s. And then the following week when we left, that's when the cherry blossoms started to blossom. I think they blossomed like the last 2 days we were there, but we didn't get a chance to see them because pretty much everyone got sick. I got super sick because my boyfriend got sick after we went to Itaewon, and we went to like a club, whatever. So he got sick, and then I ended up getting sick, which is usually how it happens. I usually end up getting sick if he gets sick, and it takes me forever, like forever and a day to recover from being sick. So I was sick on the plane ride home, which was the worst because when you're on a plane, it's already dry, and I felt like I could not breathe on that plane, and I was wearing a mask because I didn't want to get other people sick. So yeah, I just slept that whole entire ride, and this ride was actually a little bit shorter. I think it was like 3 hours shorter than the original like 16-hour flight. I think it was like 12 hours maybe there. 12 hours back, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm glad the ride was shorter, but it took me about maybe 2 or 3 weeks to recover because I came back sick and then I got sick again, I believe. So it took me such a long time to kind of recover. And yeah, I was just very, very sad. But yeah, enjoyed my trip. And guys, I am engaged. Oh my god, it's so weird to say it. I said it in my what is it, like monthly updates video, and it was just so odd to say. But yes, my fiance and I got engaged in Korea, and I'm debating if I should do like a separate video, but I don't think I will, just because you guys know me. I'm kind of like, I share things, but I don't share too many things, so I don't want to go like too into detail about like our like proposal and stuff. But I did know that the proposal was coming because we actually went ring shopping, or we went to look at rings around my birthday. So yeah, I knew that it was coming eventually. I just wasn't sure when. And when he, you know, surprised me with the tickets for Korea, I figured, okay, this is the time. So yeah, I wasn't exactly sure when he was gonna do it, just because, you know, we were in a new country and I wasn't sure like what he had planned. And for me, you guys know, well, you should know, I'm very shy. So I did not want a bunch of attention. I didn't want like anything too elaborate. So he ended up, I think he planned on doing it a few different times, but things just kind of got messed up. And the day that we actually got proposed, I thought that he was going to do it that day, but we ended up changing our plans last minute. So I thought, okay, it's not going to be this day. I haven't posted the vlogs yet of that day because we were originally supposed to go to the palace, and like I was going to dress up in like my hanbok and stuff, but we ended up switching the plans last minute. And we ended up going to the Seoul Forest, which is like the equivalent of Central Park here. It's just like a big park. They film a lot of like TV shows and movies there. So yeah, we ended up going there, and I was getting ready. And you know what? That day was so funny because that is the best my makeup and my hair looked throughout that trip, because it was so dry in Korea. Like, the water was so hard, and I couldn't use my blow dryer because my blow dryer, for some reason, it did not work in the hotel, so I had to use the hotel blow dryer. And I just felt like the hotel blow dryer was extremely hot, and between the water being like hard, I just felt like my skin was so dry. Okay, sorry. Side note, I'm using this new powder from, it's not new, but it's the Patrick Star One Size Beauty Powder. And I like it, but I have to like set my under eyes very sparingly. Like I can't just pack on the powder like I do with the Laura Mercier one, because it kind of makes my under eyes look yellow and very like wrinkled. It does give a nice blurring effect, but I have to be like very careful on how I set my face. So I had to take a little break. But yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, that day, we had actually gotten back from Busan the day before, and there was an Olive Young in the Busan like train station. So I picked up one of these like hair masks, because when I tell you my hair was so dry. So I picked up the face mask Tuesday. I think we got engaged on a Wednesday, or yeah, I think we got engaged on a Wednesday. So I picked up the hair mask on Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning we were supposed to, you know, go to the palace, and I just wasn't feeling it. I had washed my hair that day, so I was like, I washed my hair, I used the hair mask, I did like a face mask, and my makeup and my hair came out so nice that day. And usually when I do my hair the first day, it doesn't really look that good. I need it to like kind of sit in like my bonnet and my scarves, like my flyaways can go down. But that day my hair looked so nice and my makeup looked so good. And somebody just told me, I knew that I wanted to wear some kind of white when I got engaged. I originally wanted to wear my white, like this is literally me. I know I didn't want to associate myself with the fucking star signs, but this is like literally me to a T. Like I feel like I need to have control of everything, and the one thing I can control is what I wear. So I was like, I knew I wanted to at least be wearing some kind of white when I got engaged, right? So I already planned the outfit. Like I had a feeling I would know when it would happen, so I was like, you know, let me put on white. But yeah, so I ended up wearing these jeans that I bought during the trip, but they were really cute. So I wore like a white top and a white jacket that I bought on the trip as well. And we ended up going to the Seoul Forest, and I wore my cute little Chanel ballet flats and my new bag because I wanted to wear something comfortable. It's like, because we were going to be walking around, and I didn't really think it was going to happen that day, but just in case, I was like, let me at least look cute, because I want to take pictures, right? So yeah, we get there, and it's actually a pretty nice day that day. The Seoul Forest was in Seongsu, and we had went there a few days prior. That's where I had purchased my bag at, and I really liked the area, but when we had first went, it was raining. So we didn't really get to explore like the shops that well, because we were trying to like dodge the rain. So yeah, the Seoul Forest was there. That area was like very cool and hip. It kind of reminded me of where I don't really hang out in Brooklyn, but I would say like kind of like that cool hip area. Maybe even like a little bit of Soho, like certain parts of Manhattan. But yeah, that area was actually recommended to me by a friend. So it was nice that we got to go back there again. So we walked around the Seoul Forest. The one hint that I thought that he was going to propose to me was because I think it was on our first or second date. He took me to, where is it? It's either like Battery Park or something. There's like this spiral staircase, and that's actually where we had like kind of like our first, not kiss, but like one of our first like real kisses. I think it was our second date. So he took me there on our second date, and then when we went to the Seoul Forest, he was like, oh, do you want to go look at the spiral staircase? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And then in my head, I thought, oh, maybe was he trying to use that moment? I didn't think about it until afterwards. So yeah, anyway, we go to like this flower place that he had found, and we were looking at the flowers, and they were like, the flowers were pretty, but it wasn't like anything to stand there for a very long time. And I just saw that he was like pacing and walking around, and I know that he does that when he's nervous. So I was thinking to myself, like, is this the moment? Like, is this actually happening? Because I knew it was gonna happen eventually, but I didn't know if it was gonna happen in this moment, but I could start to tell because of just the way he was, you know, walking around and kind of pacing. And then I definitely knew the moment was happening because he propped his phone up. And he never films anything. So I was like, okay, it's actually happening right now. So, you know, he filmed our proposal, which I was very happy about. And it was something nice. It was, to me, it felt very special because even though there wasn't like a ton of people around, I think it was just bystanders, but I think people walking around didn't really see us. And it was just nice to know that it was just the two of us in that moment. So it was very special to me, and it was pretty much the perfect proposal because I didn't want anything, you know, over the top. I would much rather get proposed to on a trip and have the trip than like an over the top proposal, if that makes sense. Because you're getting, at least for me, I was getting like much more out of the experience. The experience for me was a lot more memorable. So yeah, I was very happy with the way that he proposed, and the video he took, I like that only the two of us have watched it. I don't think it's something that I will ever share. Maybe I'll show it to like my mom or dad, but there's something nice about just the two of us obviously being in that moment and the two of us being able to rewatch the moment. So yeah, we got engaged, and he ended up getting the ring that I wanted. I was between the radiant cut and the emerald cut, and I loved both. The radiant cut is originally my dream ring, but I also really like the radiant cut, but I decided to go with the, I also like the emerald cut, I'm sorry, but I decided to go with radiant because that was my dream ring. And I figured I could just buy like a travel ring that's like an emerald cut, and then like, you know, eventually if we get an upgrade I'll do the emerald cut. But yeah, I'm very happy with my ring. It's the exact thing that I wanted, and this was the first time I had ever been ring shopping. This was the first time I had ever tried on any engagement rings, so it's very exciting. We were both like really nervous going because it's such a big step. We had been together for, I think at that point we had just made, I think, 4 years when we had went ring shopping, and it was just like, it was just such a big, we had already done big steps, but this was like another big step. So we were both like very nervous looking, but It was fun. I pretty much knew exactly what I wanted. I tried on a few different shapes. I think I tried on round. I think I tried on pear. And I also think I tried on oval. I'm not exactly sure. I did actually like the round a lot more than I thought I would. And I think I tried on princess cut, which I didn't really like. But I knew I wanted something that was timeless. I love the rectangular shape of the what's called radiant cut. And that's why I was so back and forth between the radiant cut and the emerald cut. But I wanted something that was going to like sparkle in any light, so that's why I decided to go with radiant, because it's like that crushed ice effect. So I'm very excited with the ring that I picked out, and personally I don't think I will be sharing like any details on my ring or doing like any really up close shots, just because I just don't really feel like comfortable with doing that. And I'm not really like a jewelry reviewer, so I don't really think it's like information that I really need to put out there. So we did go to a jeweler, and I'm very happy with the ring that I picked out. I'm very happy with how everything came out, and I think it's just so like, it's so like surreal to see where I am today. Like obviously there's a lot of things that I want to like improve and fix on, but just to see where I was like before this relationship, and to think that I'm actually going to be getting married soon, it's just like so, I don't know, it's just very shocking. But I'm very excited, and there's no other person that I would want to, you know, have this experience and share this life with. So, and if you guys have like any more questions, definitely feel free to comment down below. Obviously I will try to answer as many questions that I can, but I'm not really sure what like other questions people would have. I feel like I kind of went over everything. The next time we go back to Korea, it's gonna be so like fun, because I think the next time we go back we will probably be married, so it's gonna be nice to like go back. And I told him I want to go back to like the same spot that we got engaged in. And so after the proposal we did kind of like a debrief. We went to a wine bar, and we wanted to spend the first like few hours. So after we got engaged, we didn't tell anyone for I think maybe like 3 or 4 hours. I didn't tell my parents until like 3 or 4 hours later, because it's something nice about just knowing the two of you know. I don't know, it's just very like intimate to me. It's very private. We looked around the area, and we wanted to find a wine bar because the wine bars in Korea are different. I don't know what it is. They're so much cooler. So we wanted to find a wine bar, and we came across like this hip hop and R&B wine bar, which was so up our alley. It was really nice. It'll be like in the vlog soon, but I posted some pictures on my Instagram about it. So we went there, and yeah, we got a bottle of wine, and I took a picture of the wine because I knew that I wanted to get the wine again for us to like have on our 1 year like wedding anniversary, or just, you know, whatever. So, but I forgot something. After we got engaged, we went to a cafe first because we were waiting for the wine bar to open. So we did like a little debrief, and it was so weird because he was like, "You're my fiance," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so fucking weird to hear." And I just get like so like shy in the moment. So just like, oh my god, that's so weird to hear. But it was very exciting. It was a very happy moment for me, and hopefully for him. But we kind of went over when like he was going to do it, or when I thought he was gonna do it. I thought he was going to do it the day before we left for Busan, and it was really nice that day. It was like 75 degrees, which doesn't sound that nice, but during that time, like March, it was really nice. And then we we had like walked around that whole day, and we were originally going to eat dinner with the couple that we came with, but they got sick, so we decided to try the hotel Korean barbecue. And when we got there, it was so much bougier than we thought, and we were like in our own private room. At the time I didn't realize that, well, I think the whole restaurant was private rooms, but just the way it was set up, like, and it was a really nice meal. I'll pop the vlog title up if you guys want to check that out, but it was a really bougie meal. And I thought in that moment, okay, maybe it'll happen here, because that was, I think, the nicest dinner that we had there. And I was like, oh my god, this is like the perfect time, but it did not happen that day. I think he originally wanted to do it in Busan, which we were leaving for the next day, but it was raining so much. And the morning before we left, we had actually went for a walk. We were gonna walk on the beach, but the wind was blowing, and he told me he was thinking about doing it then, but it was so windy because we walked outside and we immediately came back in. So, but I always see like so many TikToks about like couples talking about debriefing after the proposal, and that's definitely what we did. But I obviously knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when. And yeah, and that was also our first like trip together, and also first international trip as well. So emotions were high, and yeah, just, you know, we're actually celebrating our 5-year anniversary this weekend. Very exciting. We are going to do omakase, I believe. I think I'm gonna do a little mini vlog on that. So yeah, very excited to spend, you know, this first like anniversary and a big milestone. So hitting 5 years is such like a huge marker, and being engaged on our 5-year anniversary is like such a huge marker as well. So I'm very excited. I'm sorry guys if the camera kind of looks, at least the angle, if it's zoomed out more or zoomed in more. I apologize because my battery kind of overheated, so I had to turn it off for a second. Yeah, I've been trying out so much new makeup lately, which I do really enjoy, but I kind of just want to find products that I like and just stick with. I'm definitely that person that can overconsume and just buy a lot of things, but I just want to be consistent with the things that I buy. So like, for example, my makeup routine, I want to buy like the same things because I know that they work. But I have been loving this YSL mascara. I received this in PR, and this one is actually waterproof, and I feel like this helps hold the curls up a little bit more. The only thing is, it is in black, which I feel like makes my lashes look a little bit spidery, so I might pick this up in brown if they do offer it. So I recently got these lip liners from Charlotte Tilbury. This color Love Trap has been on my little wish list because there's a girl on TikTok that I follow, and I love the way her makeup looks. But Jenny actually recommended this shade in Iconic Nude, which I did pick up both. Iconic Nude, for me, it's a little too, not that it's too light, like on my actual lip, it's a little too light, but if I were to overline it on my actual skin, it looks fine. But Love Trap adds like a little bit more depth, so I've been using this one more to kind of give me like that plump look. And I feel like Love Trap has a tint of like berry in there. I find that this one kind of looks like the perfect nude. And then I've been using this Dior lip oil on top. This color is so pretty. This is in rosewood. This is like universal. And then sometimes I'll add a little bit of this Nature Republic Honey Melting Stick. These are supposed to be a dupe for like the Hourglass and the Tarte, you know, lip glosses or lip shines or whatever. This is in the color Lychee. It's a little pink. And just adding like a little bit of pinkness. And this is the final look. I thought I'd throw on what I actually wore when I got engaged. So I wore this Uniqlo knit top, which I actually hated when I first got, but now I like it. And then when we were in Hongdae, I think I got this, actually I might have bought this our first night or our second night there when we went out for a our second night. And it's like this like faux like shearling jacket. I really like this. These jackets there were like very popular. I know right now it looks kind of old lady-ish, but it was cute. I'll show you guys some photos. It was cute. So that was the top. I'm gonna take it off because it's hot. And then I wanted to buy a perfume while I was there because I wanted a perfume that would remind me of my trip, and I ended up wearing this one. So this is from Tambourine. This is in the scent White Darjeeling. You can only buy this brand in Korea. I do think there are like some secondhand markets where you can buy this fragrance, but it's a little bit more expensive. Yeah, I really like this. This has like a tea note. I think there's a sparkling champagne note, which is kind of fun because it's kind of festive, like, you know, champagne, you're celebrating something. So I really like this. So when I smell this, I think of my trip and I think of that time. For my actual anniversary, I'm gonna wear this new fragrance from Oloria. My fiance just bought this for me. This is in the scent Hanyo, and they basically came out with like this new collection that celebrates different parts of Korea. So like, for example, there's one that celebrates the color of the hanbok. There's one that celebrates like the houses, like the Hanok village houses, like the very traditional housing. And this one is for the divers in Jeju Island. There are female divers that go down and, you know, harvest all the seafood. So he picked this one out for me. I honestly love when he gets fragrances for me because I think about him. And this one is very, it's like a fresh kind of, I wouldn't say clean, but it's floral, very fresh, a little salty, citrusy. And I really like this because it has a note of mother of pearl, which I thought was very interesting. So when I wear this, I'm going to think of him for our anniversary. And it's a little spicy too. I think there's pink pepper in there. It's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I am so happy to be on this new journey, especially with people that watched me before. I feel like it's a complete different person. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.